Welcome to English Composition Online. I'm Professor Chernowski, and we are going to be journeying together this semester through attempts to help you help yourself improve your writing. Okay? A couple of things I need to make clear to you right away. First of all, I hold you in very high regard because you're choosing to challenge yourself to make your life different. You're doing something that's not easy, and so you have my very high regard. Okay. I want you to know that I'm available to you whenever. My text number, my email number, my phone number are all right online here. You can feel free to text me anytime, to email me anytime. You can call me during respectable hours, which I see as, I don't think you should call somebody's home before 9 in the morning or after 9 o'clock at night, okay? So, but I want you to know that I am available for you whenever, okay? Secondly, I don't care where you are right now as a writer. That's totally irrelevant to me. What I do care about is that wherever you are now as a writer, over the course of the next few months, 3 or 4 months, you become a better writer, okay? That's why we're here, to help you help yourself become a better writer. Can I make you a better writer? No. You're the only one that can help make you a better writer. I want to serve as your coach so that you can help yourself become better, but I can't make you better. I can only help you do what you are willing to do. Okay? So, just some simple little things that you need to know right away. Again, don't tell me now that you're not a very good writer. Everybody in here is a pretty good writer to start with, I am sure. What I care about is where you are come the end of the semester. Okay? So, ground rules right now. Fear not as to what your writing is now. We're going to work together so that you can make it better. Okay? Next, we will be doing a research paper during the course of the semester. Don't let that frighten you. We will go through every possible step that you need to know to create a good research paper, okay? So don't let that bother you. And we're not talking about a 20-page thing or something. We'll be talking about 5 to 7 pages of text in a research paper, okay? So later on in the semester, we'll start talking about research papers. Now, if you've never done one before, there's nothing to fear about it. Again, we show you everything. If you have done them before, let me caution you with this. The people who run into the most trouble are the people who think they know how to write a real research paper when all they've ever really done before is write a report. So, if you have written research papers before, then it's really important that you pay very close attention when we do the research paper material later on in the semester, because we will more than likely be asking you to unlearn what you did before so that we can make sure that you do it the acceptable college way. Okay? So, we'll move forward with that as time goes on. Okay? So again, it's nothing to fear. We'll start talking about the research paper a few weeks down the road. Most weeks I'll make a video like this for you. Will it be every week? I don't know. We'll do that as time goes on. But most weeks we'll be having a video for you. And in that video, there will be a question for you. Each week that you get a question in the video, I need you to email me the answer to the question before you even do the written assignment that week. If you don't email me the question, I'm going to assume that you didn't watch my video. I take time to make these videos. I post them for you, not for me. So I expect you to watch them. And when I give you a question, I expect an answer. If you don't answer it, then you can assume that your grade will be lower. The questions aren't going to be complicated. Okay? Some of you may like to write. Some of you may not like to write. Most of you probably like to speak. Okay? Well, speaking and writing certainly have the same purpose, to communicate. But when we speak with somebody, we can read their face. We can read their reactions. We can use gestures to help them know better what it is we're trying to say. When we write, we don't have that luxury. Okay? So it's very important when we write to make sure we're saying exactly what we mean. Okay? So there's a difference between writing and speaking. Even though they have the same purpose to communicate, okay? With speaking, if I say something and you make a confused face, I can say, and explain it better. When I'm writing, I don't see that confused face. When I'm speaking, I might be a little bit like trying to have some fun, and so I might be joking with you a little bit, and you can read that in my face. When I'm writing, a lot of times you can't tell that. So there's a difference between writing and speaking. So, let's establish that right now. And the big point of talking about that is this, that really we do not write the same way that we speak. Okay? So put that in your head right now. Writing is very regimented in a sense. Okay? Punctuation is important because it tells where thoughts end. Complete sentences are grammatical units. We'll get into all of that. I'm just kind of laying some groundwork now. Okay? Over the course of the next couple of weeks, we'll be talking about putting pieces together to establish a good piece of writing. Okay? And and that is called the writing process. So we'll be taking different steps in the writing process to show you how to make your pieces of writing get better and better and better. You have to follow my process, whether you want to or not. Too often, all of us have done the kind of thing where we get an assignment, we sit down, and we want to write, and then an hour later, we still have a blank piece of paper in front of us. Well, what I'm going to show you helps to change that. Too often, we put down something on a piece of paper and then pull that piece of paper out and say, no, I don't like that. And so we start over again. And, we've all been through that kind of thing. How many I have to believe there's nobody here who has not somewhere along the line gotten a writing assignment and an hour later had nothing written. Okay? We're going to help you move away from that right away. Okay? And so that is actually going to be step number one, and I explain that in the notes. Okay, so I'll go into, the notes kind of detail that out, what's online. Okay, so each week you need to watch whatever video there is, answer the video question, read through what's online, and then look at the lesson and post your lesson on Moodle. Okay, then I will go through what you post on Moodle and make comments on it and zip that back to you. Okay? Each week I'll give you a due date. Now, you may or may not all do the same assignments. I'm not sure on that. It depends on how you differ as writers. So if you're getting an assignment that somebody else isn't, don't feel badly. It just means you're in a different place as a writer. Okay? So all of that is not a bad thing. Okay? You get better at writing by rewriting. So sometimes, most of the time, once you do assignments, you will have to redo assignments. That's how you make yourself better. Okay? We all get better as writers by looking carefully at our own writing and figuring out how to make it better. Okay? So, first week's stuff is posted online. My question for you is this. I mentioned a term with writing in here a number of times. I mentioned it in the video of putting together the pieces of writing, okay? And I want you to tell me what we call that, putting together the pieces of writing. Again, I mentioned it in the video a couple of times. If you were paying attention, you should know by now. So have a good week. If you have any, email me your answer to this question, then be about posting your essays. Try not to post them in a Word document. Yeah, if I were you, I would write them on your computer and then copy and paste them on to the site on Moodle. That way, if and when you have to rewrite, you can just go back into the document on your computer and a lot of times just make changes rather than completely rewrite. I would rather you not do a Word document because it's just more difficult to open up on my Apple. Apple doesn't correspond real well with different kinds of Word packages, so try not to do that. Have a good week. Questions, you know where to get me.